what encouraged me the most, or what I enjoyed most about Soft iCastle and Gwazoo and AdCastle, is the way the compensation plans are going to work together. There was a gentleman this afternoon after lunch that was asking me questions, how they work together. And I'm going to try and explain that now so everybody understands. So, and this, I've never seen this in another MLM, but what basically happens is if you join AdCastle, and there's several different levels you can join AdCastle at, you also are joining Gwazoo at the same time at whatever the corresponding rank is. So, which allows you to grow and earn commissions very rapidly. And we've talked about this also today, earlier this morning, about how we're going to be adding other products and other product as time goes on. We've talked about travel. We've talked about, I mentioned a little bit, maybe insurance that we're looking at right now. We've talked, there's a few other products that go all under this umbrella of Soft iCastle, and all these products will work together under the Soft iCastle umbrella, but they work separately too. So you can participate in one without necessarily participating in the others, but you're automatically participating in them all. So while you're working on one, you're earning commissions on the other ones. Isn't that awesome, guys? That's great. I've never seen that. So right now you can participate in 2 MLMs at the same time and make money off both, doing this, working one. Ultimately, that might be 4 or 5 different companies in one. Okay, I just want you all to think about that as we talk about that and how powerful that is. So right now I'm going to explain Gwazoo's, then I'll explain AdCastle's, and I'll come back and put them together. So in the next half hour. So that's my plan. Let's see if it works. All right. So Gwazoo is set up into several different ranks here. We got our customer prosumer, or which we call a prosumer. We got our silver prosumer, we got our gold prosumer, we got our diamond prosumer, we got our blue diamond prosumer, then we got our VIP. Anybody can join Gwazoo. It doesn't cost anything to join. You can go on today and register. I encourage everybody to do that. And everybody starts out as a customer prosumer. That's just your rank. But you get benefits from that. You can start earning money from day one by doing that. And the way you'll do that is, as you go in there and buy things yourself, you'll get a 5% rebate on that, or discount or rebate back to for buying that. So if you go in and you buy some product, you could be buying new shoes, you could be buying a new dress, you could be buying my diaper example from this morning, and you can end up with another $1 or $2 back in rebates for you to use next time you buy things. And now as your ranks grow up, as you go from silver to gold to blue, the blue diamond and all that, your percentages of your discount keep increasing. So the more you buy, the more you save. The way to grow within Gwazoo, the way to achieve higher ranks, is by generating PV, or personal volume. So, and PV works similar to what I've seen in other companies, but different. And this is one of the things I really like. Most companies, when you have to do PV, you have to re-earn that every month. Have you ever experienced that? I mean, I did great last month. Now it's the first. I got to start all over again. Am I going to be able to do it this month? I am not going to do it this month. I got these bills to pay. So one of the things that when I first heard about this comp plan, was once you're a rank, you're always a rank. You don't have to requalify every month, like most companies do. You're that rank for life, and as you continue to grow. So it's cumulative. So we talk about PV to become silver is 100 PV, and it is 100 PV. And that's actually going to be, like as I was talking this morning, that should be pretty easy to earn. But once you've earned it, that's 100 PV in your lifetime. It's not 100 PV in one order. It's not 100 PV in 1 month. It's 100 PV in your lifetime. And it keeps it going all the way up to become VIP, which is 15,000 PV, which might take you a few months to do. But it's all doable. And it's a month over month, you'll eventually get there because it grows. Because remember, we talked about this morning how everybody buys traditionally online every month. The average person, it's a couple $100 a month. So if you're doing that, you're going to keep growing, and you'll get there eventually. Gwazoo is similar to the other MLMs in that we have several different ways you can earn money. Besides we have a rebate, we're also paying you out and our unit level, which we call our direct bonus. We have a matching check bonuses. We have team builder bonus, which is our binary, which I'll talk about. We have some global bonuses. And one of my favorites, when I started getting my head around this, which I think should be your favorites too, is a vendor bonus, which we'll talk about today. Our direct bonus. Direct bonus is a traditional binary, or is a traditional unit level payout. It pays 1 to 12 levels, depending on your rank. The higher your rank, the deeper levels they pay down in your organization. With level 1, it pays up to 35% of the volume. So those can be some, you're making on your level 1, which is all people you directly sign up in the company, can then, and pays you 35% of that, that can be a pretty big number. So you can get 20, so look at it this way, if you're VIP, you can get 25% rebate on your own purchases, but you also can get a 35% rebate on, or 35% commission on the purchases of your downline. And then level 2, 3, and 4, you're down to 5% and 2%, all the way down to a quarter percent, as you go all the way down to level 12. Check matching bonus, similar idea. So it's like a traditional check matching bonus. You get paid, and it's paid as a unit level. So based on your current rank and what unit level you're paid at, you get that check matching bonus. So if you're a VIP and somebody in your 7th level's making a check for $500, you get a commission. You get a share in what he gets too, and that's the check matching bonus. So if he made 5, he's on your level 7. You get a 0.5%. So what is that? So it's like $5 or 50 cents, but multiplied by hundreds of people, it comes out to be quite a bit of money. Our third way to make money, and I'm kind of speeding up because we started late, so is our binary or our team building bonus. Now, what's unique about our plan is we call ourselves a hybrid in that we have a unit level and we have a binary, and but really what we're doing is we're redoing your tree every and paying it out like a binary. So in unit level, you can have as many, you can be as wide as you want. You can go hundreds wide. Now binary, you only have 2 on your level 1, then 4, then 8, and 16 as it goes down. So what happens is every week we set up the binary, check it, and we pay you 10% of what we call your lesser leg. So in this example here, the strong leg has 50,000 PV, while the lesser leg has 40,000 PV. So you would get 10% of that, which is $4,000. And this is paid out on a weekly basis, every Tuesday. So theoretically, it also but because that caps at $30,000 a month. So once you but what's good about that, where I've seen a lot of companies where what they do, they throw that money away, they just keep it, you lose it forever. If you make say your program, you make $42,000 in commission that month on this program, the other 12 stays over to next month and then pays you out next month. So you never lose the money. It just keeps rolling over until you pay on it. Global bonus pool. Global bonus pool is similar to is an exciting thing where it's 3% of the commissions are paid into a pool, and then it's divided up among our blue diamonds, our VIPs, and our GVIPs, which we'll be announcing in a future time. But and it's divided up. So if you're a VIP, you get a share of the VIP part, but you also get a share of the blue diamond part. And then the blue diamond gets just a share of the blue diamond. So it ends up being, and I've done programs like this, and we're paying out thousands of dollars a month in programs like this to different people. Vendor bonus pool. This is something we haven't talked a lot about. It's been out there for a while, but we haven't talked a lot about it. I want to kind of talk about it today because I think it's good for both of us. What it basically is you guys are prosumers. You're the ones buying stuff on Gwazoo. You're going out there, you're looking for products that you want to buy, that you're interested in, that you buy every day. So, and sometimes you buy these products and you know the guy who's making that product. He could be your uncle, he could be a friend, he could be just a guy that you buy his product and you guys are an acquaintance. So we want you to go in and we want you to talk to them. We want you to tell them about Gwazoo. We want you to tell them that you're a part of this company and that it's working well for you, and that if they would join as a vendor, as an approved vendor for Gwazoo, that we could put their product on Gwazoo. And then they would sell more products. So they help them increase their sales. So what's in it for you for doing that? Does anybody know? So if you help bring your favorite products to Gwazoo, what are we going to do? Does anybody know? You get 1% of the profits off of that product that we make as the company. You get 1% of those profits for the life of that person's part of we're selling their products. So is it worth it your time? Absolutely. So if you have a favorite product, maybe it's bathroom slippers, and your aunt makes these awesome bathrooms. You think it's great, and you help her put it on the site. And it's not just your downline buying those slippers. Say somebody else is around the world loves buying them, and then you got hundreds of people buying those slippers. Her sales are growing like crazy. You're making money off it too. Everybody's happy. We at Gwazoo like it too. Everybody's making money and everybody's joining. Does that make sense? That's how Gwazoo's compensation plan works. Those are the steps. You make money off. You get a rebate off of your own purchases. We have a basic unit level that at the top level is paying up to 35%. We pay down 12 levels. We have a check matching bonus on that same unit level. And then we go into our binary that also pays out where you can make up to another $30,000 a month on. We also have our global bonus pool, which is a percentage of a pool that you participate in based on the monthly sales. And then we have our vendor bonus pool, which is another 1% of that vendor sales. So it encourages you to help bring products that everybody wants, that you want, and and that's what you do. So if there's a product you want on the site that's not there, come talk to us. Let's get it on the site. How does AdCastle and Gwazoo work together? They're both unique companies. We've talked about them both today, but they're different, right? They do different things. Gwazoo it's a truly e-commerce site. You're buying your everyday product. You're buying clothes. You're buying shoes. You're buying nutritionals. You're buying toys. We got some toys on there. We got some electronics on there. We're buying lots of earphones and stuff. You're buying stuff you buy already. How do you step back. AdCastle is a site you go to, you navigate, you answer surveys, maybe play some games, you do some interactive ad consulting, because that's really what you're doing. You're telling these marketing companies what products you like, what you don't like. Do you like this ad? Do you not like this ad? Like that baby we saw, is that a cute baby? Is it an ugly baby? I don't know. Everybody, that's what they're asking. So, and they pay you for that, and we pay that. So how do these work together? And the gentleman asked me that. And the way they work together is, when you join AdCastle, you're automatically joining Gwazoo at the same time. So if you join AdCastle, start building a team in AdCastle, that team is mirrored over in Gwazoo. It builds out directly in Gwazoo. So you end up, it's the same tree. So as the people are joining AdCastle and they're participating, you get paid in AdCastle, but as they also go on and buy products on Gwazoo, you get paid in Gwazoo. So what does that mean? It means you're going to get 2 checks from every month from both companies. Both companies are going to send you separate checks, same bank account. You're going to get paid every month from both companies. Let's have an applause for that one. Now, we talked about Gwazoo, and one of the things I like about Gwazoo, you can sign up for Gwazoo. It's free. Anybody can sign up, and you can start building. Now, if you want to start making money faster, you can join AdCastle. You can join for, say, join as a VIP, which several people have done, and we thank them for that. And you're automatically a VIP within what's Gwazoo. So we talked about the 25% rebate and the 35% on your level 1. You're getting that from day one. You're also getting some of that in the AdCastle as we go through. Again, we have the 5 ways that you can earn a commission between Gwazoo and AdCastle. All right. First way is that, you go through the unit level directly. It pays out to, again, 35% on your first level. If you're a VIP, you work your way from there. Check matching bonus again. Level payout. Team bonus, same idea. So you could be, so theoretically, you could be making 30 grand in the binary on Gwazoo and 30 grand on AdCastle every month. The global bonus pool works the same idea, same way, as we talked about. So what does this mean? It means you got to get in. You got to start going. Some of the other things we haven't talked about that are part of these companies that one gentleman asked me too. So what happens with Gwazoo? Because we start growing Gwazoo and AdCastle, and we start getting out there, people get our names, and I brought it up just before lunch. Say I make we're working on stuff like this. Say as a company, we make a deal with a major shoe manufacturer in the United States here. And I've done this before at other companies, where I go in and I say, hey, for the next week, you got this brand new pair of sneakers out there, and we say, hey, nobody else is going to have it in the market. We have 1 week, no one else will sell it. We're the only place in the world that you can buy that sneaker is from Gwazoo. Wouldn't that be awesome for the first week? So what are we at Gwazoo going to do about that? First of all, we're going to tell you guys, so you guys can go tell everybody. You're going to go out there, you tell everybody that, hey, these are sneakers, nobody else has them, let everybody know. School's starting, maybe your kids want them for school, they're the biggest thing out there. The next basketball star, whatever, is wearing these shoes. And we have them, nobody else does. And then we at Gwazoo, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get out there, we're going to tell everybody, because that's our business. If I'm a professional network marketer, the first time I hear that, I freak out. I'm like, oh my goodness, they're going to steal my sales. The company's going to steal my sales. There's been companies that have done that. And I can name a few of them right off the top of my head that have done that. But we're not doing that. We have a policy here. And then, because people will come by, because they're a cool shoe, people are going to come buy those shoes. We're not going to steal those sales from our distributors. We have what we call, and those sales within this industry, a lot of times they're called orphans, because they just come to our site because we tell them to. But we have a policy of no orphans. So the system's already built that as people join and they're not attached to anybody, they automatically start filing in underneath the tree, underneath the next available spot. So like in the binary part, they fill top to bottom, left to right, just in order. So wherever there's an open spot, it just feels orderly, those people. Also with that, with our unit level, what we're going to be doing is what people join. They're going to join the unit level. They're going to fill in randomly. So every time a new person comes in, the system's going to go calculate and stick it randomly. Boom, 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 boom. So is it possible that you can get 2 free people under your unit level? Absolutely. Is it possible you can get none? Theoretically. But what that means is the sooner you join, the more likeliness you'll have of getting some orphans placed underneath you directly. I know a company up there, a really big MLM company, they sell those kind of leads for $250 each. No guarantee that anything's going to happen with them. We're going to be giving those out to you guys for free. That's a good apply here. So, so in conclusion, because of the time now, as we're going here, when I look at this comp plan over other comp plans, are we trying to be fair with our distributors? Absolutely. Are we trying to make it easier for you guys to make some money? Absolutely. Are we trying to give you products that you really want? Absolutely. Thank you. And so we don't, we want to work with you guys for a long time. We don't want this to be, the average person who joins an MLM throughout the world now is like 2.5 months. And I know most of you have been here, a lot of you have been in longer than that now, which is great. But we want people to work with us for years. But with our system, if you want to come in and work on it for a few months and then not do anything for a couple months, you can do that. You can come back. You don't get penalized for that. A lot of MLMs, you have to start all over again when you do that. This one, you're right where you left off. You can just start growing again. and everything, you know, everything just keeps growing and it just stays there. So if you build up to a blue diamond and you want to still get to that VIP and you know, you have a few months now to work on it, go right ahead, and it's there for you to do.